Okay, you guys are going to be making population pyramids, looking at census data, and trying to be making some conclusions with what you can see from this information. You guys are going to need a couple pieces of things ready to go. One is the assignment sheet. So if you take a look, it goes through tasks 1 through down to 4. Okay, with little things you need to do along the way. So answering questions, we're going to be building some population pyramids, filling in a chart. You've done a lot of these activities already. Okay, so your first job is to select 2 cities that you're going to be examining. One from Group A, and you can tell that I chose Ottawa, and one from Group B, and I picked Saint Denis. You can pick any one you want as long as one's from Group A and one's from Group B. Okay. The next thing you're going to need, and we'll go into this a little bit more detail in a bit, but is the population pyramid template. Okay. So Pyramid A is Ottawa. Okay. And here's all the information here for you. And Pyramid B, it's the same spreadsheet, but there's another sheet down here. Pyramid B, it's down here. Okay. So we'll start with Pyramid A. All right. So if we go back to the sheet, well, there's one more piece of info that you need, and it's the Stats Canada website that you've already seen. Okay. So it's outlined here in blue, and if you click on it, it'll take you to the link. And you have seen this page before. It is no surprise. You've done this activity in class. Okay. But I'm going to suggest something. I suggest that you grab the tab and just pull it out of your viewfinder and you make it separate. Okay. Because we're going to do some tricky stuff here that might make your life a little bit easier. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for our first city, which was Ottawa. And you hit search. And remember, you pick the first option. Okay. And boom, there's all the data that we're going to need. And we're also doing Saint Denis. So you have Ottawa here. And you can change this one to Saint Denis. All right, so you just type in Saint Denis. Hit search. And you pick the first option. Yep. Careful. Okay. And so all our information is there. What we're going to do is we're going to use this information to help fill in this chart. Don't forget to calculate the percentages when you need to. Okay, so these are in those columns here. You may have a hard time clicking back and forth. So what I recommend you do is to click and hold the green button, and you're going to see it's going to split your screen. So I've just split my screen so I can see both sets of data, and life is good here. Okay, so your first step is to fill in the chart. Okay, by using your data here. Be sure you read the columns carefully. Okay, and then once that's done, there's a question to answer. But then we're getting into the population pyramid. Okay, so the information is in here, and this is when you'll be needing to use your spreadsheet. So click open to the spreadsheet, and you type in the city. I've picked Ottawa, and here's the Ottawa information here. You're going to notice that this information, there's lots of zeros. I don't want you to play with these columns here because as you're going to notice on this side, there's no percentages. And I've tweaked the spreadsheet so you can just plug in the numbers and the percentages will already be calculated for you. Okay. Be careful too is that you're going to notice on the spreadsheet, it goes from 0 all the way up to the top like we see in a population pyramid, but it is opposite here. Okay. Once you're here, all you need to do is highlight and copy the data over. Okay, so we're going to start with the male population. Okay, 0 to 4. All right, so that's right here. So you're going to click and copy, Control C, Control V, and you're going to notice that has been changed. And what I just realized, I forgot to add the total population. So you're going to put the total population in here, which is 883,391. Hit enter, and there you're going to go. You're also going to notice that the male values are going to be represented as a negative value. That's okay. It's all for creating the pyramid. All right, so as you continue, you're going to just select and copy each one individually and paste it over. All right, just remember it's Control C, Control V. You're going to do that all the way through. Okay, so when that is done, it'll look something similar to this. And your job is going to be now to create the population pyramid. And just like in your tasks before, your first job is to highlight all the data that we want to include. Okay. From there, you're going to click Insert, click a chart, and we're going to go to Chart Type, scroll down to find Bar, and we want the second one so that where the bars are side by side. Okay, it's called the Stacked Bar Chart. You're going to click it. There it is. We don't need this side anymore, so I'm just going to go over here and click and expand this document so I have a better view of what I'm doing. Okay, we're not done yet. We want to customize. So, right, and this is how you can get full marks on this part of the assignment, is changing the title. So this population pyramid is for Ottawa. So I'm going to type in Ottawa population, and it's from 2011. Okay, hit enter, and you're good to go. From now, we're going to modify our axes. We're going to label the horizontal axis, which is % of population. You're also going to type your name, so by C. Vangel, or your name, and the date. Okay, and there you'll see it pop up. We also want to label the vertical axes, right? Both axes need to be labeled. So here we're going to click down, change the left vertical axes to there. Our title is going to be age cohort. Whoops. Okay, and there we go. As you scroll down, we are ready to go. Okay, so there's everything. There you have the legend. You have everything you need to go. What I want you to focus on is the bottom values here. So this one, they go up to 20%. All right. We want to make sure that when we're comparing our both population pyramids that we want to have the same maximum number. So you can change numbers. So say if I want the maximum number to be, let's say, 16. It can go like that. You can change those numbers. Okay, if you don't have a maximum, you're there. If the minimum is 10, don't do that, apparently. Okay, so just make sure that your next population pyramid has the same bottom ones in. This is when you can ask your teacher for some help. Okay, when that's all done, you click Insert, and there it is. Okay, remember we want to copy this and paste this into our document because that's the document that you'll be submitting. So you're going to click the down arrow, click Copy Chart. Okay, go back to your assignment outline, and this is Population Pyramid A, right? And then you're going to paste. And there it is. Okay. From there, you'll do the exact same thing for Population Pyramid B. And then you have a question to answer here. What stage is it in? BR, DR, and LE refers to birth rate, death rate, and life expectancy. And the rest of the questions can be completed in here. And don't forget to turn it into your Google Classroom. Okay, so that's how to make population pyramids in a nutshell. This video is available for you to dabble with and to pause and start along the way. Don't hesitate to ask questions, but also be resourceful. Use the tools that you have. Okay, so best of luck to you guys, and let's get going.